Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. Many thoughtful. This is what I want. I'm sure I planted some seed inside your hearts. You will find the way. Ask for my help, ask the beings of light for help, and you will find exactly the path that each one has the possibility of following. Of course, each of you will have an assignment, you will have a role, you will have a way of doing things. Whether doing it for others or doing it for Gaia. Remember, the solidarity procedure is still ongoing, and I don't see many people moving. Let's go. Shall we start doing something? Everything has to start. I recognize that this first moment is the most difficult, because n questions come to their minds. What am I going to do? How I will do? Where am I going to do it? Who am I going to do? Very good. But this is how it all starts. I would make a suggestion, that you first try to be part of something that already exists. Don't try to start anything, because you don't have experience, you don't have experience of this type of thing. So look for something that is already ready, start participating, start observing, and then yes, over time you start taking that experience, to act individually or create a new group. So this is a suggestion. Has anyone already wasted the time you're wasting, thinking, and it's already there? So are we going to be effective? Let's take advantage of those who are already ahead. Let's help them, let's increase the group, let's be part of something that was created a long time ago, and is working. Try to participate in several, don't participate in just one, because then you will be able to get an exact idea of what's good and what's not, because not everyone is perfect, many have many flaws. Then you can do it as if there were several stages, to learn exactly what it means to do for each other, do for Gaia, do something. So don't forget, the procedure is underway, and few are moving. You are thinking a lot. So act. Follow my suggestion. They participate in something that is already ready. Don't waste time thinking about this moment, pass by, start participating, and from then on, each one takes a stance, each one brings their experiences and a large group can be formed, with each one's experience. This is the way. This is the best way. So act. Do something. Very good. Continuing to talk about Gaia. What I had said yesterday is that today I was going to talk about the exploration of Gaia. You are all aware of the riches that exist in the soil of Gaia. Riches, because someone said they were things that had value. Nobody ever told you that it could make you money. This was placed after the dark arrived here. Why does Gaia have so many crystal mines? Why does Gaia have so many mountains, so many crystals embedded in her mountains? Why did she think it was cute? Of course not. All these crystals were part of Gaia's great balance, because although many think not, crystals are living elements, like mountains, like stones, only the vibrational frequency of these elements is very low, so they are extremely hard. The lower the vibratory frequency of an element, the more solid it is. But he's not dead, and there's no power outage there. Remember, going back to school, where you learned that molecules are made up of atoms, and the atoms rotate around the molecule, forming large substances. So it never stops. Atoms don't stop because it has become solid. They just move very slowly. So it has a practically indestructible structure. This is the case with crystals. So the great mines, as you call them, crystals, were the planet's balance points, they were the points that kept everything in order. All the energy on the planet was maintained through these points. As I told you yesterday, everything comes from the inside out, everything comes from the internal balance of Gaia outward. These beings who arrived here already knew about this potential for Earth's balance, because they had enough technology to visualize everything that was inside the planet, as crystals. Very good. These beings, I can't tell you that they don't have a planet, that they don't have a base. Yes, they do, because they need to build new ships, build weapons, build all kinds of things to attack the other planets. So they do have a large military base on one of the planets spread across the universe. Then you might ask, wow, but if they have a military base on a planet or an astro, why isn't that planet destroyed by beings of light? I already explained this here, but I'll try to explain it again. We don't attack anyone, we don't make war, we only attack when it is necessary to attack. We only attack when beings of light, when beings of good, are being threatened. As long as there is no threat, there is no war, there is no battle. We don't go around killing indiscriminately. Just a reminder, this killing is one that is different from what you understand, is taking off your clothes. No one extinguishes the divine spark. Very good. Then, these beings realized that they had some types of crystals here that were extremely important for the construction of their ships and weapons. And they began to explore the planet, explore towards degrading the planet to obtain these crystals. And so it all began. And so the planet was being destroyed little by little, because the explosions were deep enough, so that everything came to the surface and showed the crystals that were necessary for them. And as time went by, I'm still going to get to this story, but I'm going to say something. They realized that they could make a lot of money from it. It would be a nice plan. Giving too much value to that and causing yourselves to destroy yourself through greed, to make yourselves destroy Gaia, for the greed of making money. And that's what happens to this day. You don't mind polluting the rivers with mercury in search of gold, you destroy large mountains looking for crystals, for diamonds, because supposedly someone, someday said, that there would be value. If you notice, what is the diamond? It is a colorless crystal, completely colorless, that is, one of the ugliest crystals that exist on the planet, because he is very beautiful when he is treated, when he is manipulated. And he is beautiful because this aura was created around him, that whoever has a diamond is extremely rich, but if you observe in the Earth's crust, some crystals are much more beautiful than diamond, are colorful, they have several colors inside. Then they would have much more, following this line of reasoning, much more value, because they are much rarer. What happened to the diamond? Diamond is the most formed crystal on the planet. So he is the one who will help to destroy Gaia more quickly, but in fact he has no value, it was a value imposed on you, so that you would do exactly that, destroy Gaia's soil, to obtain these crystals. And that's what you've been doing over time. Not just crystals, but minerals too. Because minerals, mixed correctly, form large metallic alloys, very important leagues. Of course, in terms of minerals, other planets have much more important minerals in the construction of ships, they are minerals with very different capabilities from what you have here, but here there is also something worth exploring, that is worth removing. And this has been done for eons. They have been here mining Gaia for many, many years, many ages ago. So you can see that Gaia is often against this. It destroys the mines, it creates earthquakes, and she destroys everything that is theirs. But they don't give up. They start all over again. For them this is a big joke. Making a big hole and discovering that there is nothing there is great fun for them. And as they do so, they make several holes across the planet. Many times, you don't see it because this is all masked, this is all covered by a large layer of hologram. Which is a great fantasy of what you are seeing there. Exactly like you see in your movies. Holograms were created to confuse you, and they exist in abundance on the surface of your planet. Many things you see are not real. Many things are not real. You are seeing supposed locations, supposed mountains, that no longer exist there, they were destroyed long ago. And when this all comes out, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Many of these holograms have already been destroyed, but your own governments have no interest in showing the great destruction that is already taking place on your planet. Gaia has suffered a lot throughout this time. All your flesh has been invaded, his skin ripped off, and what are we seeing now? The completion of this entire process. The time has come for Gaia to pull herself together. So that's what I told you in the previous video, it won't happen overnight. I'm going to do another one separately here. Many of you are thinking that when I talk about a new world, balanced, in which everyone is equal, in which everything runs in the best possible way, that you will wake up every day, and I will repeat that image, you will sit still on the balcony, all day long, drinking juice, looking at what is happening in the world, and that you will have millions of machines, millions of robots, working for you, and you just watching everything, resting, living the new world. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm starting to break down these ideas in your minds. First, I will tell you that you still have a long way to go until you reach the new world, and it won't be an easy walk. Gaia needs to recover, balance has to return to Gaia. So what do you think? That you're going to wake up and do nothing? No one else will produce? Nobody goes to work anymore, because everything is quantum. I think. Now I think about feeding myself, then he looks ahead and a plate full of food appears. Now I'm thinking about going to the other side of the planet, then you teleport to the other side. Oh. Wake up. You're watching a lot of science fiction movies. You will have to work, yes, you will have to produce. No, things won't be like this perfect world, where you don't do anything, just sleep, and drink juice all day on the balcony. What is this, my brothers, what is this thought? This continues to be Tercera's thinking. So I can tell you that you will have a lot of work. The only thing you can be sure that there will not be in the new world is inequality. This will not happen. No one will go hungry, no one will be in need, everyone will have the right to abundance, everyone will have the right to everything, because this is the motto of the higher dimensions. No one thinks only of themselves, everyone thinks about the whole. But that doesn't mean you won't have to do anything, quite the contrary, you have a house to clean, you have a planet to fix. So what do you think? That all the ships will come from abroad and, in a matter of minutes, they will launch something into your oceans and everything will be clean, everything will be wonderful, your forests will rise from the ashes, the trees will be born, in one day we will have leafy trees. You really continue to think with a Tercera mind, because nothing will be like that. You will have a lot of work ahead of you. Yes, you will have help, you will have the technology to help you. But it's not for the beings of light to get here and clean up all the mess you made. They will help you, yes, by giving you the technology. Now you're the one who's going to develop it, who's going to apply it, who's going to work with it, not them. They have more to do, they have their planet to take care of and they have been here on this planet for a long time taking care of this whole process. They have to go home. Their part will be over. You will receive the intelligence on how to do it. Now what you do will be your job, not theirs. So my brothers, you still have a long way to go, so that you can see this really beautiful planet, really healed from all the nonsense you've done. What do you want? You spent millennia destroying the planet, and then you want everything to be resolved in one day? May you have a balanced, peaceful environment? It's my brothers, easy, right? Very easy. So get ready, because you're going to work hard. But it is different work, because it will be work that you will enjoy doing, because you will be doing it and seeing the results, you will be working and seeing your planet improving every day, because Gaia will also do her part. I already told you, Gaia will expel everything that is inside her out. Then it will be a little easier for you. Now you will have a lot of work. Until you develop everything needed for this cleanse, it will take some time. Things aren't going to fall out of nowhere here. It's not about beings of light arriving here and cleaning everything up, super microorganisms being put into your oceans and just eating all the trash. Would be wonderful. And what do we do with these super microorganisms afterwards? How are we going to get them off Earth? Because they will multiply, and then they will have a full belly. Very good. And what do we do with them afterwards? My brothers, I suggest that you start rethinking what you expect from the new world. It won't be that world, which you usually see in films, of the great kings, who sit there in the armchair, and those others shaking. This will no longer exist. Everyone will have to move, everyone will be healthy. Then everyone can work. Everyone can contribute. There will no longer be this, I'm old. I can't do anything, because old age will take a long time to arrive, and whoever is old today will be recovered, will have their vital forces recovered. Then everyone goes to work, everyone, indiscriminately. Even children will work. There are many here with their mouths open. Child labor? Child slave labor? It's my brothers. Yes, we are very bad beings, who make little children work. We are like this. Very bad. Well, children are the balance of the planet. Children are the light. So how do they work? Being children, anchoring light on the planet. This is their job. No one will carry weight, no one will stop being a child. You guys get it all wrong. You understand what you know. What you don't know, you start to imagine millions of things. So this is the children's job, to keep the balance, bring new ideas and they will be heard. It's not like in your world where you tell kids to shut up because they're talking nonsense. No, they bring something new and will be heard. All will be heard. Remember, children are not souls here, they are souls from abroad, from far away, very evolved, who came here, precisely, to this stage of the planet, to help create the new world. So they will have to be heard. This is their work, and they will be children, literally in the truest sense of the word children, with all the characteristics of age. No one will exploit anyone. They will be children. Only that. But everyone will work, and hard. You have a planet to tidy up. You have a house to clean. So everyone will have to take the broom, everyone will have to take the bucket, and clean. Isn't that how you clean? Don't think that you will do everything with your mind. What do you think? That they will focus on something and that will transform? Or are they going to levitate everything? It may be that one day, you will reach this stage. Remember, you are leaving a very low dimension, to a higher dimension. So you are in stage 1 of the 5th dimension. What powers will you have? Almost none, because you will have a lot to learn, and only those who study, those who want to evolve, will have power. Anyone who doesn't want to stay in the same place. Nothing is obligatory. Yes, I recognize that some things will be easier, due to the dimension in which you will be. Some things will develop more quickly, but it is not how you are imagining, that you will arrive there in the 5th dimension full of powers and will not do anything else. Everything with the mind. I now create everything with my mind. I now do everything with my mind. No, to reach this stage you still have a lot to learn. So back to Gaia, you will have a lot to sort out. You will use a lot of brooms to clean everything. Of course, I'm putting together an image, so that you understand that you will have work, and working with the planet. And it will be extremely rewarding work, because you will see the results. It's not what you do and think you're little ants and that it's not working, because everyone will do the same work. It won't just be one, they will all be. Then the changes will appear quickly, but it won't happen overnight. It will not be as simple as you are imagining, because the destruction of Gaia was so great. Much has been said about the rise of its seas. Yes, this is happening because your glaciers are melting. Much of it is due to human action, but this elevation of the planet, let's say it is planned, because a lot will change. No, I'm not going to talk here about what will happen at the time of the ascension. Much has been said about which continents will disappear, which areas will appear. I will say nothing. I will say nothing. I just say, Gaia will expel everything that is not good for her. Everything that you took, that you created artificially, will be destroyed. All. It is as if Gaia returned to the beginnings of what she once was. I won't say anything more. For today, I'll stop here. There's still a lot of work to be done. I already said, Gaia is a long subject. Tomorrow we continue. I am Archangel Michael. I'm here trying to show you what the road will be like, a little further ahead.